Tell me about Ryan Tanner.
We at least killed one friend of ours for sure.
Serial killer out here or what?
Supposedly, yeah.
Jesus, okay.
Supposedly there's a bunch of bodies out on the property.
I had another neighbor about 4 or 5 years ago, 6 years ago. He actually stabbed somebody in the neck with an ice pick. When he did that and he stabbed that guy in the neck, the police went out and they raided his property and they brought cadaver dogs out there. They ended up finding 6 bodies out there.
They think that they can come here and make like a few $1,000s. There's a lot of promises. They're living in their cars. They're living in tents. And then when it comes time to get paid, they don't get paid. And I've heard so many horror stories. They just get shoved off the hill.
Are there other drugs in the mountains besides cannabis?
It's people getting carried away because they get this money and then they start using drugs and then their brains stop working and so then they turn violent or whatever.
Do you think the police do a good job at maintaining control of the situations out here, or are they kind of hands off?
That's part of what the problem is. They're all rookies. They're all being trained up here. And so this is just a training ground for most people. There's a few officers that do a good job, but besides that, there's just too much area for them to cover. If you call the police, it's going to take them at least an hour to get to your house, depending on where you live.
May I approach? I'm a friend. I come bearing gifts. I mean no trouble.
He's gonna get us killed. You got a cute little dog there. Brian, my name is Tyler. Thanks for coming out here, brother. How many years you been out here?
15.
Do you come up here to work in the weed industry?
No, actually, didn't come down here for any of that. Oh, blah, blah.
How is life up here? We've heard a lot of legends and myths and craziness.
I used to live way in the back, on the next mountain.
Okay.
They call it the Witch's Kitchen, and there's some really crazy up here. I see this thing called the Wendigo.
You've seen the Wendigo?
Yes.
Can you tell me how it looked? I've heard of the Wendigo.
It's really huge. It had wore a deer skull on its face, and it was really gnarly.
That sounds scary as f***.
I noticed along the drive up here, there were a lot of Sasquatch, Bigfoot statues. Have you ever seen Bigfoot?
I've never seen Bigfoot. Okay, one time I got chased up the hill down over there by Ravenscliff. I can't say I saw it, but it was just like an outline. You know what I mean? It was like
a silhouette.
Something moving, and the dogs were all barking, going crazy. It could have been a person or something.
Sure.
But there was a vehicle, and we had actually drove by this vehicle. It was probably like 5 or 6 years ago, and this vehicle was on fire. There was actually 2 people inside of it. The people were burned in the car. They were covered in gasoline. I'm pretty sure they caught the person that did it.
So